you got one in the Army, right?
I do. So yeah. So you remember Jacob, obviously, little guy
Yep.
when we were in Germany there.
Oh my
Um,
God.
yeah, he's down. He's going to be a linguist. He's learning how to speak Arabic right now, which I just think is great and awesome. And he seems to be liking it. It's long school though. I didn't realize when he went out that way. It's about 63, 64 weeks, I think.
Oh shoot. California, right?
Yep, down there in
Yeah.
Monterey.
Ooh. The how was that conversation? Like based on your experience, of course, you and I we served in a time where it was back-to-back deployments, and you had come from the 82nd and everything like that. How was that conversation with your son? Like, I want to join the Army, Dad.
So it was. We obviously it was me and Danielle. We were in the car there and we were talking, and the conversation switched over to joining the Army. And then he started saying the things that the kids say to their parents when they want to join. They want to do things on their own. They want to serve something bigger than themselves. And Danielle, obviously being close to the military for her all adult life.
Yeah.
But it's her baby, so she was real protective, and she was thinking about other things he could do and offering other solutions or taking time. And I don't know, it was the Army. I'm going to join the Army conversation. So it
Yeah.
was really, really hard to have. But anyway, we got through it all, and I'm supporting, Jacob's decision. I'm trying to stay on my wife's team for sure, because it's just one team. And
Yeah.
and then we get done, and later on in the night, obviously Jacob's going where he's going to go, and then Danielle and I are at the house here, and it's just her and I. And she's like, "Well, what do you think?" And I said, "Well, babe, I'm not gonna lie. He said the exact same thing I told my parents, and
Yeah.
he sounded just like me when he said it. He had all the same reasons I had. I can't fault him for it because I said the same thing to my parents." That's kind of gone from there. And then it wasn't long, but maybe a week. Things set in for us, and all on board, totally supportive. Danielle and I, we're excited for him. He's going to do great things.
Yeah, at this point, he's across the next. He's wearing a uniform.
Yeah.
He's in school. I mean, that's a tough job, but you know what? For obvious reasons, it's in high demands, right? So, my last gig was at Fort Meade. That's home of the NSA, and there's a lot of Army, Marines, Air Force linguists that just work there. And once they get there, I mean, not to say that that's where he's going to end up, but it's a good career out there, and there's a lot of stuff going out right now. And it's one of those jobs that it's impactful in my opinion, but you're not necessarily like in the front lines. So I think it's the best case scenario, God forbid, he ends up in the 82nd or CA or something like that. But,
For sure.
It's not to downplay the MOS, but you and I, man, like, you remember running on the airfield and then we're just talking and then all of a sudden it's like, what came through your mind? We were just out there trying to stay fit and all of a sudden we're getting attacked.
Oh my gosh, wild times. Hey, yes, and that's happened so many times. Oh my gosh, those two deployments we had there, the long one and the short one, the 12 months, the short one. That's funny to me. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we it was on different times out there.